That's right. It's time for some grown man facts. What's going on, y'all? We back again, man. It's round two. uh, I promised you guys that I would come back, man, and do a later show tonight. It's a lot of peace and quiet going on, I guess. Man, actually, somebody that I know personally came down with that shit, man. She's in the hospital. I guess she got like a pneumonia or whatever. She was running a fever and all this other shit, man. But, you know, she's a black female, and I wish her well. But I don't think, being in the hospital is a time to actually go live, you know. But as we know, many of them like to bring attention to themselves for some reason. Give a couple of shout outs here, man, before we get started. What's going on, SO? Appreciate you for being in the building. Brother Alex Jackson. King Terry, man, what's good, bro? Devil's Reject, man. Play that intro, man, to allow people to get in, man, and get settled in and see how things are going. Go with the kind of sets the tone. My other intro, I'm still going to use it from time to time, but I kind of like that one, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me, and I think you brothers like it as well. Now tonight we're actually going to talk about they all have an expiration date, and I'm pretty sure you fellas know where I'm going with this. But in these particular streams, I actually pull up footage from Instagram, sometimes from Facebook. But for this particular one, man, I always find good, resourceful content from guys like the counselor. Shout out to him, man. If y'all haven't, do you follow him on IG? I suggest you do. It's always very insightful. Kind of give you an in-depth look into the female psyche. For most hood rats and ratchet motherfuckers that's going around. And my brother, Professor MGTOW, man, me and MGTOW been rocking for a long time, man. Freeport. You know, he moved to the A, so he's right there in the midst of all the fuckery that goes on around there. And a lot of his content was always geared into the depths of the female psyche as well as the spiritual realm. So we've always been kind of close, man. They always call me the brute of the group, you know, because you know I'm more kind of vulgar, more opinionated. Sometimes I can be unhinged at times. And that's something that I know about myself. So I don't really try to hide that fact. Anybody that knows me personally knows exactly how I am. The way that I am, the way that I talk right now is the way I've been talking for the past 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Ever since I was a kid, I've always been a proprietor of truth. And I don't believe in holding my tongue, especially when I see bullshit. So that is something that's going to continue to do well into my fucking later in my life, within my 80s. I'm not going to be one of them old school cats that get on your nerves, but I'm going to tell the truth. But anyway, I made this live stream based on some shit that I've seen personally, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you brothers have seen this shit personally as well. You know, it's a chick, you know, maybe from high school, maybe even college in some instances, where, you know, this guy that had a crush on her, he wants to, you know, be freaking Romeo, writing poems, excuse me, taking her out to dinner, whining and dining and shit, even though he's barely got two nickels to rub together, you know, trying to, you know, buy her affection, buy her attention. You understand what I'm saying? And we know in our community that money doesn't buy sexual attraction. It doesn't matter what you buy or what you do. Sometimes you could get them the biggest, most expensive gift that you can find, and her pussy be dry as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's somebody that I know personally. This chick, man, she was, you know, at once upon a time, she was real hot shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys used to try to talk to her and all that other good stuff. But over time, you know, a lot of the men that she rejected, including this guy, she didn't want to have anything to do with him. So now she has like 3 kids from maybe I think like 2 different guys or whatever. And her SMV has plummethed. It shot. You know what I'm saying? She still is decent. But, you know, the fall from grace has been hard. The wall has been beating on her ass over the past couple of years. But anyway, this particular person that I know, now he's all on social media professing his love for her. You know what I'm saying? Woman crush Wednesday. Telling her that she completes him and all this other bullshit. I mean, what's going on, brother Third Ward? And all this nonsense. And it got me to thinking. I'm like, look, I could think of, other than the guys that she has kids by, I could think of maybe at least 6 guys that I know personally, that I know that he knows personally, has dealt with this chick in between that. Now, you can't make this shit up now. He has went behind all these other guys, and now he's professing his love for her on social media, making his self look like a stone fucking fool. Now, I am the type of person that I don't really care about other people's opinion of me, but when you're a sucker, you're a sucker. And he's definitely a goddamn sucker. He is professing his love for this woman, man. So it got me to thinking, man, excuse me, that you see this shit more often than not. Okay. I want you to just listen how ridiculous this sounds. I want, I tell a female that I want her vag simply because I'm a man. Okay. Just because I'm a man, you're supposed to drop them draws, period. You see how ridiculous that sounds? That's the same thing that said the way it sounds when a woman says you have to do this or do that, pay a bill, wine and dine her just to get to know her. You see how ridiculous that shit sounds? And a lot of these chicks, man, that you are, investing your time in is simply a waste of your time. Most of them are clearly a liability, but a lot of you don't see that because you let your eyes, overweigh your fucking logic. You think that just because she has a fat ass and she looks good, that she's worth the damn. Meanwhile, this motherfucker could be walking around with a fucking 420 credit score with multiple kids by multiple men. You understand what I'm saying? Her sexual market value decreases as she ages, and it decreases even more when she has children. You can wear all the leopard skin yoga pants all you want, but most of us knows what lies beneath. Ask yourself, how many women, for you brothers that go to the gym, I'm pretty sure most of you brothers that's been subscribed to me and BOA and Steph and all the rest of us, y'all pretty much stay in the gym as well, at least 3 to 4 times a week. It's very rare. Now, mind you, I work on the road, man. I've been in the gym in New York, Long Branch, New Jersey, Atlantic City, Philadelphia, Camden, New Jersey, Norfolk, Virginia, excuse me, Wilmington, North Carolina, Charlotte, Atlanta. I've been to all these gyms, and the only time I really see a lot of black women is when I've been in Atlanta. Now, mind you, it was a lot of them in there, a lot of them with their surgically enhanced bodies, but they were in the gym. I give them that. But Atlanta is majority black anyway, and they have to try to keep themselves in shape because the pickings are slim. All right. So with that in mind, man, all these other cities that I've been to, I always see a lot of white women up in there. But a lot of these black motherfuckers, they don't like to get into the gym until it's too late. After their 4th child, after they're up to 240, 250, sometimes 280 pounds in that motherfucker with a 10-pound dumbbell. You wait until it's too late. And that's what most of them do. They are past their expiration date. Most of these bitches are spoiled milk, man. I'm just going to be honest with you. And a lot of you guys are taking on other men's responsibilities when a lot of these bitches are past their expiration date. And then they have the mitigated gall to feel entitled. I've proven to you guys time and time before what's going on, State Ballot, Third Ward. What's happening, bro? From the Crash Dummy series, exactly the type of men that these women choose. Okay. And I'll say this is 90% or more. There's very, very rarely you're going to find a 5% around. You can't, I don't like to say all, but I like to say the vast majority of them. Okay. They will deal with these type of men, the dope boy, the street hustler. You know what I'm saying? The quote unquote ladies man, the bad boy, whatever they want to call it. They'll deal with these motherfuckers all through their prime at their sexual peak. You understand what I'm saying? And after they've been washed up and used up and their walls all stretched out, then they expect a man that they wouldn't have never given a chance to in the first beginning to come in and clean up other men's mess, to put a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound. You know what I'm saying? To save her from all her bad decision making. See, this is why I always talk about, man, that you can't change. You can put this motherfucker in a nice house. You can put money in her pocket, give her a bank account and all this other shit, but you're not gonna solve the problem when the problem is here. You understand what I'm saying? So, I encourage brothers to continue on their path alone until the right person comes into your focus. You understand what I'm saying? Once they come into to your circumference. Because once you're doing the right things, man, taking care of your motherfucking self, you won't have a problem with these we won't have a problem with women at all, man. I'll be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the way you carry yourself anyway. And women should fall way down on your priority list. Now, if you want to shoot your shot and do your thing, man, it's all good. But don't be out there fucking with these motherfuckers that's got a history of bad decision making. What's going on, Neil? I'm serious though, bro. That's what a lot of guys are doing, man. A lot of these guys, man, and I don't bash other content creators or anything like that, but man, I'm gonna tell you, this is something that I know for a fact. A lot of these guys are not genuine. A lot of them get up here and tell you don't date single mothers, don't do this and don't do that, and they turn right around and be living with a single mother. You understand what I'm saying? You know, it's high time. What's going on, China? I'm serious, man. It's high time that men find out exactly what works for them. This is why I talk about dating advice and stuff like that, man. You don't need no dating advice. Only the advice you need to know is to improve yourself. Self-improvement. That's all you need to do. Whatever you're lacking in, you need to work on it. And you will increase your value, and you will realize that your standards are too damn high to be fucking with these worthless ass, nothing ass broads, man. I'm serious, man. If she doesn't have her, she can have the most beautiful face in the world, ass for days, but that don't mean shit if her mind ain't right. See, a lot of y'all, you're getting bamboozled because you're looking on too much social media. You're falling a victim to the Instagram model, the Instagram thought. Meanwhile, this bitch ain't worth 2 wooden nickels, but she'll tell you everything that she requires for you to be with her, as if you not know that you're not the prize. This is why I tell guys, man, a lot of guys don't know their self-worth, man. They don't even know their own value. Most of the time it's because guys have been, a lot of guys have went through a lot of trauma in their own life at a young age as well. A lot of guys don't even, they'll talk about this red pill shit. They want to bash all the women in the world, but they won't even use this red pill shit and apply it to their own mother or their aunties, even their grandma in some cases. You understand what I'm saying? You want to call out everyone else, but you won't call out your family. Because a lot of y'all are damaged. A lot of y'all are secretly mama's boys. Now, there's nothing wrong with helping your mom out of a bind, man. I mean, that is your mother, you love her and stuff. But at the end of the day, she had to make some decisions herself. Some people have to hold themselves accountable for the position that they put themselves in. As my brother Booker will always say, man, everything that you go through can be traced back to a decision that you made. And so your mother made some terrible decisions along the way, especially if you weren't raised in a productive household, man. So with that being said, man, I'm gonna pull up some footage from my brother, the counselor. If y'all on IG, man, I suggest y'all go follow him. And I'm just gonna give y'all, just some daily drops of truth, some truth bombs, man, some things that you can actually take heed to, and things that you could be, be warned by. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, man. People say you can't judge a book by its cover. I beg to differ, because the way you present yourself says a lot about who you are. So when I see a motherfucker with a bunch of fucking yellow fucking hair in her goddamn head, I know that's the type of female I'm gonna stay away from. If I see a motherfucker wearing a bunch of tight ass shit, with the fucking net skin with the little star over her nipples or something, I know I'm going to stay away from that type of broad. Just hypothetically speaking. You got to be able to have a standard for yourself to understand that when a woman over-sexualizes herself, she's not worthy of being a wife. And a lot of these motherfuckers will double back to you. When you're not her first choice, there's always going to be some other options that she's going to seek out. You could come in and be a beta provider all you want to, but she's going to find someone that she feels has higher value than you. And in most cases, she will fuck around on you just for the simple fact that this other person arouses her emotionally. She doesn't really respect you, but she's settling for you for the simple fact that she needs financial support. She needs help with a bunch of these bastard kids. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. excuse me, you can buy a house. You can put this motherfucker in a $500,000 house. You can go take you can take your money and go get a new car. You understand what I'm saying? You can buy all the kids school clothes, school shoes, move them in. They all have their own bedroom. You got to understand that you are not going to come first in that fucking house, the house that you built. Do you feel me? The investment that you put into a woman that has multiple kids by multiple men, you are a fool, and she will never respect you. And she won't even respect you in your own fucking house. She'll pretend to respect you. But those kids are going to come first. Another man's DNA legacy, another man's sperm is going to come first in that fucking house. And you got to be a sucker to sign up for that deal, bro. What's going on, Book? I was just talking about you, bro. Salute to you, man. If y'all haven't subscribed to Book, man, I'm pretty sure everybody here already subscribed to Book. But if you haven't, you're missing out. That need to be on the top of your list right there. Hit that notification bell as well. But yeah, man, I just wanted to touch on that, man, because they all have an expiration date. And some of us tend to want to rationalize that shit by saying that men have an expiration date. Men value tend to increase as they age, especially if you're taking care of yourself. Mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. Your value will increase. I'm going to be honest with you. I tell a lot of people I'm 40 years old, man, they look at me like I'm crazy. You understand what I'm saying? Because I believe in taking care of myself. I have a drink every now and then. One drink, a couple of shots right there, put them together, knock it down, and I'm about my business. You understand what I'm saying? But you can tell when somebody does anything too much. And it's the same way with these females when their value tends to decrease. See, the thing is about it, man. I appreciate that, bro. I thought you were saying something wrong with it. But I'm serious, man. And these women are not delusional to their own mortality. This is why they will seek out the beta provider, the sucker, to come up and rescue her from all those terrible decisions she made once before. She's going to use you as a material resource. Meanwhile, she's going to play you because you haven't vetted her properly. And a lot of guys take these old crushes. They still have a crush from high school and take on the burden of these responsibilities. You haven't made her earn shit. Your childhood crush is still influencing your decision when it comes to women. And now she's gonna play you for a fool. And now you want to come in these spaces and you hate all women. But you got to hold yourself accountable for the decision that you made to deal with this woman. She didn't want you before. And now you're going to welcome her with open arms into your home and your wallet. That's sucker shit, bro. The entitlement a lot of these delusional strags have is unreal, man. I'm going to be honest with you. Past their prime women, a lot of these women have teenage daughters, teenage children, young children who they still have a profound impression on. You will look and find these motherfuckers at 30 plus years old, 35, 36, 37, all the way up to 40 years old, still dressing like a fucking whore, like a hooker. Because attention is a drug to the strag. Attention is even worse than crack to most of them. But the reason they're doing that because they need that attention. They're still trying to hold on to that last glimmer of youth. A lot of them look at their teenage daughters as competition, believe it or not. They will tell their son, they will give their sons all the bad information required to go out and be a fucking sucker. Meanwhile, they will tell their daughters to be strong and independent. Do you feel me? You don't need a man. But meanwhile, telling their son to do everything to please a woman. This is the society that we live in, gentlemen. And it's high time that a lot of men wake up Choose better, man. I seen Steven Jackson made a post today encouraging guys to be protect their seeds. You know, if you're gonna have children, have your children by one woman. Don't be out here, you know, protect your seed with your life. He mentioned that he has 5 kids by 5 different women. And he said 3 of them he wished he never met in his life. See, in the modern society, man, these women look at these children as a bag. This is why, you know, you see a lot of social media posts and stuff. A lot of these women going live. They can't wait to this epidemic, this pandemic to be over. Most of them don't even care. They just want to open back up the schools because they're tired of their own children. They're letting the public school system raise their children. They didn't want them damn children. They wanted the bag. They wanted the check that came with them children. You ever notice how a lot of single mothers, man, when she has children prior to meeting you and you foolish enough to take on that responsibility and you impregnate her, you'll notice that first baby daddy is probably paying less than $100 a month in child support. Meanwhile, you have a fucking baby. She's going to take your ass to the cleaners. She's going to be running up to that damn human resource department or the child services, family court. She's going to be running to the motherfuckers every month trying to get an increasement on your bag. That's because she was simply using you. That first baby daddy was her imprint. A lot of guys need to realize, man, exactly what's going on, man. It's important that you vet these women. And a lot of these single mothers with multiple kids by multiple men are simply a waste of your time. You can look at a lot of these women and tell when they've had surgeries as well. When their physical frame, their body doesn't match their fucking face. I know one in particular. I don't have a PayPal, China. You know I do this is my everything. All my work is pro bono. I believe in this is a part of my purpose to encourage men to become the best version of themselves and do what they're supposed to do. If my information can touch just one person and encourage them to better themselves as men, I am fulfilling the purpose that the Most High bestowed upon me. But like I was saying, I know a few in particular who have had these bodily surgeries, but they didn't fix their fucking face. The other the neck is still fat. You know what I'm saying? You could tell a lot of them haven't had the shit sucked out of their damn arms. They still got the lunch lady arms. They're disproportionate. You think you're going to get a professional job with your little income tax money? You are sadly mistaken. And many of them will go get these body jobs done and don't even stay in the gym. Won't even take care of themselves. You understand what I'm saying? But they've done it for that attention. A lot of them say they don't want a man, they don't need a man, but at the end of the day, they seek the attention of a man because at the end of the day, they want the resources of a man. There's one female YouTuber in particular who screams about level up. I call her the level up queen. You have thousands of women in her chat room, you know, talking about secure the bag and how to manipulate men, all the way down to telling men that they don't even have children. But if you see her husband, this motherfucker looks like he belongs in a nursing home. Is that your level up? I am almost 100% certain that there is some young motherfucker breaking her goddamn back. You understand what I'm saying? These are false prophets. They're like pulpit pimps. God damn, I couldn't hardly get that out. And a lot of you people are following these type of motherfuckers. It's the same way that I hear a lot of people talk about Derrick Jackson. And I'm not going to speak down on the man because I know the game. It's a hustle. He's found a market for desperate, delusional women, and he's exploited it by telling them that they are the prize and that men need to get on code. He's exploiting that market. But at the end of the day, man, a lot of the people that you're listening to is exploiting a market too. Bitter and hurt men who have been through some things, and now that everything they've been through is women's fault. See, it's a double-edged sword. A lot of people complain about this man, but at the same time, they listen to men who pretty much use the same format to get subscribers and money. And a lot of these men are tricking on fat bitches. Do you feel me? You cannot make this stuff up. So anyway, I'm gonna talk a little bit more, man. But I wanna pull up some of this stuff, man, that I seen earlier. Give y'all a glimpse at some of the posts. Do some screen sharing, man. This is actually the first time I have ever did 2 lives in one day, man. So I appreciate you brothers for being in the building with me, man. Rocking with me tonight. I'm normally on a schedule around about 10 o'clock. Okay, let's see. Is that shared? Okay, there we go. Red Man, Dread Man, that is me on IG. If y'all want to follow, man, please do so. I would appreciate it. All right. Excuse me. All right, let's see my saved content. All right. Now here, Exhibit A. This is from Minister Jap. Shout out to Jappa. This broad right here, you see right here. This is an ex-porn star. Yeah. I kid you not. And I think she has become some sort of minister. You can't make this up. And you see this guy right here? Look at that tie. What does that tell you? Just curious. What does that shit tell you? See, there's always some cuck at the end of the rainbow, at the end of her little path of fuckery that's gonna be waiting for her. And him, that's a fucking sucker from hell. All these entities that's been inside this woman, and you come and wife this motherfucker up. It's ridiculous, man. Men should value themselves more than that. Now, here goes some more shit. Here go another one. I don't know who this one from. It's saved. Oh, this is from my brother, Professor Mikta. I just spoke about him. You guys subscribe to him. Follow him on IG as well. Let's check this one out.
Hey, homeboy, this is for all you men out
here
that are dating single mothers, okay? Everything costs. Every time she comes see you, she got to pay for a babysitter. Every time she comes see you, she got to pay for an outfit. Every single time she comes see you, she got to spend time away from her child. Everything costs. There's nothing that's free. So when you think you're doing these dinners and you think you're not extra looking out XYZ, understand the same thing you probably paid for dinner is the same thing she probably paid to come to dinner.
And bitch, none of that is my motherfucking problem. If you can't afford any of those things that you're talking about, bitch, you shouldn't be dating. That's part of the problem. You're doing too much dating. You need to be paying attention to your kids. You understand what I'm saying? Are you serious? This is the entitlement of the modern strag. This type of motherfucker, when you see on the street, you're supposed to ignore. Absolutely, King Terry. My goodness. But this is what I'm going to tell you something, man. This is the mentality of 90% of the motherfuckers, man. I'm going to be honest with you. Bruh, if her mind ain't right, don't fuck with her. Multiple kids by multiple men, don't fuck with her. All right, let's look at this one right here. I don't know what this bitch doing. Let's see what this bitch talking about.
This bitch follow me. I'm just going through the followers. They're going to tattoo, they're going to baby soup. I don't see my baby daddy nowhere. I don't see my baby daddy nowhere. You hoe, I feel like you took his phone and tried to post you on his page and try to make me mad. So get what? Round of applause, bitch. You made me mad, bitch. I just hope you're ready. I hope you're ready to die about that dick. I hope you're ready to die about that dick because I'm ready to go to war for it. I'm ready to go to war.
Who in the fuck impregnated that motherfucking bug? You cannot make this shit up. This is why men's standards are so fucking low that you would let me pull this bitch up again. You would impregnate this motherfucker. You would impregnate this motherfucker, dog. Let me turn the volume down. Look at this motherfucker, bruh. That look like a little teenage boy, man. Get the fuck out of here. And that right there is the extreme hood rat. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Who is this from? It's from the counselor as well.
I love this man, but
I know
he cannot keep a job. He cannot take care of these kids that he keep on making. And he cannot possibly think that that's love and he's going to get me to marry him like that. Like one time, I bought him some pants for work and he did not stay at that job longer than 2 weeks. Your Honor. And it's just like to the point where I've done this more than enough times for him. Like I've tried to be supportive. He said I don't support his music. One time I bought him a whole microphone for his studio. So it's like I just don't
more proof. More proof. What's going on, Eric? More proof. Now you see what I did with the Crash Dummy series? More proof from that. She would choose this motherfucker. She knew who she was dealing with before she got with him, before she had children with him. You understand me? She would give this motherfucker everything, but then expect you to pay on the back end. When you decide to come in the picture and be that Band-Aid for that gunshot wound that I was talking about. You come in there, invest in everything. Because she requires that of you. Meanwhile, she gave everything to him. You can't be, what's going on, California? You cannot make this shit up, bro. These are things that's going on in real time. But at the end of the day, when you bring it up to the modern strag, they want to reverse that shit and rationalize it and put it on the men. They're not enough strong men. But who are raising these men? Who are raising these men that you complain about? Let us continue. Let's see who else we got here. I can't play that video right there. The one I'm clicking on, I can't play it. But y'all go look that up. That's one of those switch challenges. When she was twerking and they hit the switch, and then the little boy was twerking and she was standing there holding the phone. You can't make this shit up. All right, let's look at here. Let's see what we got here. Another one from the counselor. Shout out to counselor.
Do y'all hear this? How sad she is. This is why my mentality is so fucked up. Y'all, you want to know why? Because we called living at home with bitches like this. Yes, the world needs to know. Yes, the world needs to wake up. These black mothers out here raising with this pathetic ass mindsets. These black women out here fucking harming us. These black women out here fucking, look at this mindset. I'm raised by a bitch with this type of mindset, and y'all wonder why these females out here.
Oh man, I can't hear too much of that shit. But you see where I'm going. You see what she going. She's exposing it. A lot of these women look at their daughters as competitions. A lot of these girls, the young ladies who are being, molested, come from these single mother households. They choose these men, these same fucking destructive, chaotic men, like that sorry motherfucker over there. She bought pants for to go to work and all that shit, and he couldn't keep the job more than 3 days. These women choose these type of men and bring them around their daughters. And then we're the problem. The absent father gets all the flack. The present mother gets glorified, even though she didn't fuck that child up. She is damaged. You can hear it in her voice. You can see it in her eyes. This is the truth. This is the truth that nobody is exposing. We glorifying this bullshit. Now, who else we got up here? Oh, yeah. There you go again. This is just a few, man. I'm not going to, crowd up too many of you guys' time with that. But I just be wanting to play some of this stuff in the real time so y'all can see it. Let's see what this is.
Y'all, I done had to come in this motherfucking car to get away from these motherfucking kids. Listen here, Trunk. I don't know what the fuck going on, but whatever the fuck y'all put in this air, y'all need to motherfucking contain this shit. Because these motherfuckers need to go back to school. See, I ain't got enough money to be calling the motherfucking weed man. And the dispensaries ain't giving no goddamn discounts for this shit. So Trunk, you need to contain this shit or tell the motherfuckers over there in China that they need to contain this shit. Because I ain't got enough motherfucking weed.
For your own damn children, huh, bitch? I told you. These motherfuckers complaining about their own damn kids. They want the public school system to raise their fucking children, man. Exactly. Yeah. Deep ass voice. You damn right. Them old bitches are the worst. Her expiration date, her shit is rotten. I don't see how a motherfucker can lay up with that. Old bitch. Fucking big fat motherfucker with a blunt in her fucking hand. Unproductive. I feel sorry for her children. She is raising the next influx of dysfunctional, fucked up ass children. She said trunk. Yeah, man, she said trunk. She's dumb, illiterate, uneducated. You can look at her and tell, man. And then people will say, man, you got to lay off the sisters. Man, look, I go hard on everybody. I do say men should choose better. And it comes with not choosing bitches like these. Men can choose better when they see what's out there. You hear women complaining about being objectified, but don't nobody objectify black women more than black women. But for some reason, we're always the problem. Basketball knows, bro. I'm serious, man. So, with that being said, man, I'm not going to take up too much of you guys' time, man, but I wanted to touch on these topics, man, and just understand that they all come with an expiration date. Don't be the guy that these broads settle for. Don't be a material resource to these broads after they've started declining in their physical appearance. You have to understand, man, a lot of these women are naturally insecure. Most of them. So once they're fucking, once their youth starts to wither away, you're gonna notice more of the clown makeup, looking like a dead person. You're gonna notice more weave extensions. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna notice motherfuckers trying to wear tight, revealing shit to expose their body. Wearing shit that's way too small for them. I'm gonna tell you something. Most of the most beautiful sisters you see are the natural ones wearing a sundress. Not none of you clown assholes that's wearing this shit that's cutting your fucking circulation off to your legs. And then when a man speaks about, holding you women accountable for over-sexualizing yourself, then men gonna get bashed. Men gonna get came for. Now you're gay. You hate women. And all this other stupid ass shit. But women can talk about men all the time. I don't want a broke man. I don't want a short man. I don't want a fat man. I don't want a man unless he make this or he make that. I don't like a skinny man. I don't like a muscular man. I don't like a bald man. I like a man with dreads. All this old dumb ass nonsense. But as soon as you say something about men not liking that fake ass hair, it's a problem. I'm gonna tell you something. Real men don't like fake shit. And that includes you fake ass hoes. Yeah, I said it. It is what it is. I don't have to deal with it. Me personally. But I just encourage brothers to understand what they're facing out here. And remember, the wall is undefeated. When you see a woman that's as of age, early 30s, mid 30s, even late 20s in some cases, when you see her being over-sexualizing herself on social media, throwing on a bunch of fucking fake ass assets, eyes, eyelashes, and weave, and a bunch of damn makeup trying to erase all their blemishes. And I'll tell you something else to be aware of too. These motherfucking filters. You see all of them using them filters, man. They are delusional to their own reality. And the reality is your ass is getting old. You're aging. And the more sexual partners you have, this actually speeds up the process. Remember I said if you drink too much or you smoke too much, that shit affects your physical appearance. So when you got a lot of men going inside of you, a lot of different men going inside of you, a lot of fucking going on, it is going to affect your physical appearance. Like you said, as men, our looks last longer. Yeah, man. Because we take care of ourselves. High value men, I'll say. A lot of these guys, man, I feel bad for them. You know, I know what the streets will do to you. Running them streets too long gonna take you down through there. You're gonna be one of those has-beens. How many of these guys that we know that been in and out of prison their whole damn life, man? And by the time they're in their mid-30s, these motherfuckers look like they're 50. You understand what I'm saying? But it's always gonna be, if a motherfucker get out of prison, he could be in there having, smashing on other dudes in that motherfucker. When he gets out, there's always gonna be one of these black females ready to take him in to her home, give him a ride, drive her vehicle around while she's at work, give him money for weed, let him lay around the house all day. All he got to do is bring that D power. All he got to do is lay the hammer. She bring this no good motherfucker around her kids she already got by another motherfucker that's always in that's always in and out of prison. No one wants to be held accountable for their own decisions and the detriments to our own community. A lot of the times you'll hear people say, hey, let these people be great. What they got to do with you? It has something to do with all of us, motherfucker. When this shit is affecting all motherfucking kids, it's a problem. Because people view us in that same light, even the upstanding, high-value motherfuckers. I mentioned it maybe last night. I can't remember when I mentioned it. But if you want to know what other races of people think about us, look how they mimic us. If you take an Asian guy and he tries to act black, what's the first thing he's going to try to emulate? He's going to try to imitate a thug, try to act hood. If you take a white girl and she tried to mimic a black woman, you think she's gonna mimic Claire Hustable? Hell no, she's gonna emulate Takisha. You know what I'm saying? This is what people think about us, man. And it's high time that we start holding people accountable. We start holding women feet to the fire, especially single mothers. And the men who are impregnating these motherfuckers. Do you feel me? But that's all I wanted to say tonight, guys. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever done 2 live streams in one night. So I'm actually proud of myself, man. And I'm gonna continue to do as many live streams I can up until next Wednesday. But I will be from that point. Hold on. Oh shit. Next Wednesday, I will be back to doing my Hard Hat Chronicles. And I also will be doing some live streams as well, but I won't be able to do the same format that I'm doing right now. I'm actually at home in my office. And so from there, I'll be doing my lives, but I'll just be doing like the basic stream labs where my camera looks like that. And I'll try to host some more panels, man. Try to get some of the brothers on, man, get their opinion. You know what I mean? But anyway, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all like the video, bro. Like the video on the way out, man. Like the video. Share the video. Make sure y'all clicking the notification bell, man. Let's try to get as many people up in here, man. Like I said, YouTube is shadow banning my content at the moment. But I'm still going to try to give you guys, the best content that I can give you without, going overboard, I guess. I appreciate y'all. We're going to rock this thing on out, man. I got to play the outro. King Terry, what's good, bro? Appreciate you for being in the building. Eric Jones, striving to be set apart. Neil Powell, man, I appreciate y'all. Daniel Baxter, man, what's good, man? Peace and blessings to you as well, my brother. I appreciate you all for tuning in tonight, man. I really do. So let's rock this thing out, man. Let's go.